Okay, so this video is going to be on negative numbers, but we're going to look at some worded questions this time. So applying all our number skills and seeing if we can pick out a question and do all our number skills once we've figured out what we need to do. So we've got, in this question, a table over here of temperatures in different towns. They've just been called A, B, C, D and E to be simple. And we got some questions over here. So first of all, we are asked, which town has the highest temperature? So what I would do for this is I would put all my temperatures on this number line, and then it's really easy to see which is going to be the highest temperature and also the lowest temperature for the second question. So town A is -4, so I'm going to put an A with a little arrow there. Town B is +5. C is -3. Town D is -6. And E is +6. And remember, as we get over this way, the more positive our numbers are, the hotter we are. And as we go left, and the more negative our numbers get, or the smaller our positive numbers get, this is going to be colder. So, what is our hottest place, which has the highest temperature? Well, E. We can see it's the furthest to the right. And the second one, the lowest temperature, this will be D, as it's the furthest to the left. It's the smallest number, -6. Okay, so what is the difference between town C and town B? The way I would do this, I've already put them both on my number line, but if I hadn't already, I would put them there. And then I'm just going to count how much I need to get from C to B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a jump of 8. So the difference in temperatures between town C and town B is 8 degrees Celsius. That little OC is our notation for degrees Celsius, and that's how we measure temperature in England. America do it with Fahrenheit. And how much warmer is E than D? Well, maybe you want to pause the video and have a go at that one actually, because I've just done a similar question. So if you've had a go at that, hopefully you'll see my solution and you'll have something the same. So I'm going to go in a different colour. So I'm going to locate E and D. So E is here and D is there. So I want to count from D to E. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then how do I get from 0 to 6? Well, that'll be a jump of 6. So I've done 6 small ones and then a big one that is 6. So I've got a jump of 6 and a jump of 6. Overall, that is a jump of 12. If you don't feel comfortable doing the big jump, you can carry on with the small jumps. But as we get bigger and bigger numbers, you're going to need to be able to kind of do these bigger jumps to save yourself some time. And how much colder is D town than A town? So we want to again do a very similar skill. D and A. So I'm going to start at A this time, and I've gone down 1, 2 jumps. So 2 degrees Celsius colder. And the next day, the temperature in E has decreased by 7. So what is E at the moment? E is 6 degrees Celsius. So when we say decrease, well, that is going to be a takeaway as we're getting smaller. So the sum we're going to do here is 6 take away 7. So again, you can do this on your number line. Start at 6 and jump down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've ended up at -1. So the new temperature of town E is going to be -1 degrees. That's going to be freezing. As we go below 0, that turns to be freezing temperatures, and that's where water starts to turn to ice. So we're going to have a look at some money style questions, because this is the two really common things, temperature and money. So Layla had £8 in the bank. She spent £12 on highlighters. How much was she overdrawn? When we talk about debt and being overdrawn, that is where we've spent more money than we have, and we actually have a negative amount of money. And you might be thinking, like, well, how can you even spend more money than you have? Well, adults have these beautiful things called credit cards, and that is where you have a bit extra money than what you really have, and you're allowed to spend it as long as you pay it back in the future. And on credit cards, you can spend. So if we were to pay this on a credit card, or if you lent some money from your parents or something like that to pay the extra bit of money, this would kind of be, well, how much do you either owe the bank for lending you the money, or how much do you owe your parents for lending you the money, or a friend or something like that. So you'd be overdrawn or in debt in that case. So Layla had £8. She spent £12. So we want to do 8 take away 12, because when we spend something, well, that's going to take away from the total money we have, isn't it? So you might be able to do that straight away. If not, go to your number line and you can do 12 small jumps down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do it a bit faster. I'm going to jump to 0. I know that's a jump of 8. Getting from 8 to 0 is taking away 8. Then I think, well, if I've already taken away 8, what else do I need to take away? Well, 4, because 8 and 4 make up 12. So I need to do another jump of 4. So I'm at minus £4. So I am £4 overdrawn. And then maybe you want to have a go at this one. I'll help you with the sum, although you can pause it before if you want to. So how much debt would I be in if I spent £10 but only had £3? So again, I want to do a takeaway. I have £3, so I want to do 3 take away 10. So if you've had a go at that, hopefully you get the same answer as I'm just going to do now. I'm going to change to red. So I've started at £3 and I want to take away 10. Well, you can do 10 small jumps. However, I'm going to do it again in the bigger jumps. I'm going to go to 0, and that jump there is 3. So if I've already taken away 3, what else do I need to take away? Well, 3 and 7 makes up to 10. If I take away 3, then take away 7, that's the same as taking away 10. So then I'm going to jump 7, and when I go back 7, I'm going to get from 0 to minus 7. Again, you can just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I am at minus £7. And the way we like to say that is £7 in debt, because we don't really like to talk about money in negatives. Negative means you are in debt, so we'll say positive 7 but in debt. Okay, some more temperature questions, and then we've got one hard question, and then that's it. So at 4 AM the temperature in Sheffield was minus 1 degrees Celsius. By 12 PM it had risen by 13 degrees. What was the temperature in Sheffield now? So at 4 AM it was minus 1, and it had risen. What do you think we need to do when it says risen? Do we need to add, or do we need to take away? So well done if you were thinking or said add. Definitely if we're risen, we're going up, and we are going to add on 13. So the sum we need to do is minus 1 add 13, and it's always really handy to write the sum out as well. So I'm going to jump up to the right 13 spaces. So 1. Well, if I've just done a jump of 1 to get to 0, what else do I need to do now to make up 13? Well, 1 and 12 make up 13. So I can do a jump of 12, so 0 to 12. Again, you can do small counts, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then I get to the exact same answer. So now it is 12 degrees Celsius at 12 PM. That's my answer. And then when we find the difference, we generally do a takeaway. So what we want to do is we want to do 20 take away minus 15. So it's one of these difficult ones where we've got two negatives in the middle. I'm just going to change I'm going to erase this actually, because we don't need this anymore. I want a fresh number line. So the way I would do this, I would mark both of my numbers, minus 15 and 20, on my number line. And I just want to see, well, how many jumps or numbers are in between. That's going to be my difference. So if I start at minus 15, I'm going to do it in jumps of 5 because I know that it's going to be a bit quicker. So 5, 10, 20, 30, 40. Did I just go up in tens? Let me do that a bit. Let me do that again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So the difference is 35 degrees Celsius. And remember, when we've got the two negatives in the middle here, that is kind of like saying a plus. And we had some proper reasoning behind that on another video. And then this final tough question, you'll see why it's tough. We've got quite a lot of steps to do. So Mr. and Mrs. Jones had £15 in their bank. And then they pay 3 sets of bills. They have to pay their telephone bill, they have to pay their gas bill, and they have to pay their electricity bill. What I would want to do here is I want to figure out exactly how much they've paid overall. So to do that, I'm going to add them. Add the 3 bills together. So 3 plus 8 plus 5. Might just want to do it in 2 steps actually. 3 plus 8 is 11, and then do that 11 plus 5 to be 16. So they've paid overall £16. So what I want to do here is, well, I've got £15 and I'm paying, so when we spend we take away £16. So I want to do 15 take away 16. So start at 15 and do 16 jumps to the left. Again, I'm going to do it a little bit quicker. I know if I do 15 jumps, I'm going to get to 0. And if I've already taken away 15, what else do I need to take away? Well, hopefully at this stage we can see that it's 1, because 15 add 1 gives us 16. So I just need to take away 1. And I end up at minus 1. So how much debt was I in? They were £1 in debt. So hopefully you followed that question. The key thing is to add up all the different things that you're paying first, and then it's like a question we did earlier. Okay, that's everything from me today. Thank you for watching.